Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be doing a reaction type thing to the whole Nuxia overview and of course a Jiang Jun overview that is going on over here on Fighting Cowboy's channel. So IGN got exclusive footage to the arcade mode and this Fighting Cowboy guy, he's got access to the actual build itself, so he got to go through, he got to do an overview and like, you know, test some stuff out. So I'm going to have a look at this because people have been asking for this and I'm going to give you guys my reaction to this. Apparently there's a lot more moves shown in here of both the heroes than what I had access to with IGN. So I thought it'd be fun to do this reaction type style thing, and of course people have been asking for me to do this, so let's go ahead and do it. Shout out to Fighting Cowboy, this is his footage on his channel, although the guy has 480k subs, so you know, me here sitting here shouting him out, it doesn't do anything. So props to him though for getting access to the footage and everything. And yeah, Fighting Cowboy, check him out and check out his videos. But let's get into it, shall we? So gonna go and turn annotations off and let's check this out. First up is the Jiang Jun. I still don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, so I'm just gonna call him Guan Yu because it's just easier that way and everyone loves Guan Yu. Let's put some volume up and let's get into it and check this out.
Here, and today we're going to be taking an early look at the upcoming arcade mode for For Honor, and more importantly at the upcoming heavy of the Wulin.
Okay, first of all, I like this this new game lobby for the arcade mode. I'm pretty sure it's the arcade mode. I like it how they got the brand new faction. It's actually just really nice seeing another faction on there because we've had the 3 factions for so long. It's good to just have another one there, and I can totally see a pirate faction right here. Or a peasant faction. Let's have a peasant faction. That'd be awesome. Let's get into it. Cool. All right, let's go back there and we'll go through some of these actual moves here. So first of all, he's long range. Obviously, he's got this giant fucking pole arm. I know people are going to correct me on what that thing's actually called. It's a pole arm to me. It looks cool. It's a spear, whatever. It's awesome. Now, he has a stamina regenerator. So that's a new one. I'm pretty sure we don't have a stamina regenerator guy in the game as of yet, but it's going to be very interesting to see how this guy plays because from the footage I saw before, he seems to have a lot of sweeping moves, which we already know the dev said he's going to have a more zony style of play. But at the same time, he does look extremely slow from what I've seen so far. Maybe this footage will change that for me. But overall, if he is as slow as he is, once people get used to the fact he's going to be sweeping and spinning around and doing all that sort of stuff, I think he's going to become parry bait. But we're going to have to wait and see. But let's go on with this. So, if we go back here, we have... there we go. Let's go through some of these feats as this guy. I'm basically going to mute him for a second and then I'm going to talk about him. So we have the stamina stance. So after holding the master rest stance, okay, for 2 seconds you reduce stamina cost and augment stamina regen for everyone around you. That's going to be really fucking good. That's going to be awesome. And that's a tier 1 feat that everyone gets their stamina regen. Like, that's pretty damn good. I don't know what master rest is, stance, but we're going to have to check that out. But yeah. That's going to be very powerful, and that's a good level 1 feat. What else do we have? We got Inspire, which is standard. Revenge attacks, yep, standard. I'm looking for the new stuff. Healing Wave. So create a healing wave of 15 HP for every ally around. I don't know what the cooldown on that's going to be, but 15 health isn't really that much. But at the same time, that's going to be pretty damn useful if it is like on a shorter type cooldown. If it's on like a semi-long cooldown or a medium cooldown, 15 health, it's not going to really do that much. It's like a couple of lights, close to a heavy, depending on the character and stuff. It's like, whatever. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the cooldown on that. Tough as nails, we already know that one. Second wind, we know that. What else we got? Isolator. Create a semicircle on the other side of your target that creates a wall of smoke that stuns everyone that crosses it. Okay, so that's really cool. It's sort of like the smoke bomb, but it looks like they're putting a wall down so you can choose where you want it to go, like a semicircle, and then you can sort of zone people out. So if you're sitting on a zone and you know a bunch of people are going to be coming, you can sort of chuck that down at the entrance, or you can even use it to maybe try and like obscure a little place they run through. You can ledge them, so on and so forth, if you want to be a prick. But that's also really cool, and the fact that it stuns everyone that crosses it, it's a ledging tool right there. You can just put that down anywhere you want, anyone that runs through that's going to get stunned, and then you can just have warlords and stuff just like charge them off a cliff. You can have Lawbringer doing that as well. That's actually going to be really fucking useful. That is a really good feat. I like that. All right, let's see what else. We've got Fire Flask, standard. That is not as useful as a fucking Ice Layer thing, depending on how big that is, by the way. The size of that will matter. But here we go. What else we got? And we got Phalanx, which is normal. Okay. So let's skip ahead and we'll see this guy in action.
I did have a chance to go hands-on with him for quite a while, and my initial impression is that he is going to be a very strong entry into a lineup of heavies. He has a lot in his perk kit that I feel supports.
Alright, here we go. So we got some moves here. So let's go over his chains. He's got 2 lights. He's got light, heavy. That's fine. Heavy, light, heavy, heavy. That's all good. He has some options there, which is nice. There's no infinite combo, which is sad. I wanted an infinite combo. That would have been awesome. But Sifu's Poise. So stamina regenerates faster in this stance. The startup has dodge properties, can be performed even when out of stamina. So this is, I really like this. This guy looks like once you master how this guy's going to work, you're never going to run out of stamina, which is really cool. Heavy attack openers have uninterruptible stance. That's really neat. Heavy attack finishers have unblockable. That's really neat. Twofold slash, which is a normal thing. Awesome.
Like things like regenning stamina for teammates, regenning health for teammates. But despite that, he also has stuff for a more solo playstyle.
Alright, so here we have heavy attack cancel and follow up. Cancel heavy attacks into Sifu's Poise. So he has a hidden stance. So Sifu's Poise is his hidden stance type thing. So you pull back on the right stick, or chain them to Sifu's Poise during the recovery. That's really cool. So you can launch a heavy attack out in that normal part where you recover. You can just go back into Sifu's Poise, get yourself some stamina regen, and then you're good to freaking go again. I'm really liking this. This looks like it's going to be a big part of his kit, sort of like Nabushi's hidden stance. Light attack follow-up, light chain attacks to Sifu's Poise. Okay, so during the recovery. So both lights and heavies, you can then go into Sifu's Poise, sort of like your hidden stance. That's really cool. I'm liking that. That's going to be neat. Extended dodge. The Mighty Backlash has an extended dodge property. I really like the sound of the Mighty Backlash. We're going to have to wait and see that in a second. But I like the extended dodge part. Let's go on.
Things like Fire Flash, things like Isolator, second...
Alright, Mighty Attack Cancel. So cancel Mighty Backlash. I really want to know what Mighty Backlash is. It sounds awesome. With a light attack or a feint. So you can cancel it with light or a feint. You can cancel Mighty, because Xbox stuff, convert it to whatever you're playing on, PC, PS4. Cancel Mighty Sanction. Okay, with a guard break or a feint. And Mighty Attacks. And so it looks like, is Mighty Attacks like... It looks like he's going to have a set of Mighty Attacks, and I'm assuming there's going to be a set of maybe minor attacks. I don't know. That's probably going to be like a stance thing, maybe. But Mighty Attacks and cancelled moves count as chain openers, so then, of course, you can go into whatever you want there. Twofold slash cancel, so, of course, you can cancel the first one. So it's a double strike. That's pretty cool. But you can cancel it by pressing B after the first strike, sort of like a zone. That's neat.
Let you kind of go around and be an offensive...
Fatal Swirl. I love that. Fatal Swirl, Sifu Swirl, and Dual Shi Swirl. He's got lots of swirls. This is cool. Count as chain openers. This is going to be awesome. So, it's going to be interesting to see what the hell those are, but he's got lots of mighty attacks, lots of swirls. It looks like he's just going to be like a ballerina, old ballerina man just dancing around the battlefield, slapping people around, which is cool. And revenge mode, basically, yeah, revenge mode is revenge.
Heavy if you choose.
That's good though. Renown, he earns more by basically defending objects, so he's defender, obviously. Okay, so we've got Sifu's Poise, which we know is his hidden stance.
As for his playstyle, he has a very feint heavy moveset. A lot of...
Sounds like a bit of like a berserker. You're going to have to feint a bunch, otherwise you're going to get screwed. Here we go, Sifu Swirl. So you basically go back into... Okay, so we're going to Fatal Swirl, so it's a heavy and a light together. I'm assuming it's going to be like a zone type thing. Yeah, he's going to have tons of zones, but they were right about that. And then Sifu Swirl, so you go back into Sifu's Poise, and then when they try to run up to do something to you, it looks like you're going to be able to hit a heavy attack and a light attack to do your basically swirl thing out of that. I'm assuming it's a zone spin attack type thing. That's really, really cool, because that's going to allow you to basically use your hidden stance as a defensive tool, and then when people try and run up to guard break you or get you out of it, you can then counter that with basically a spinning attack, which is going to be really sweet, if that's how that works.
Around something called
Doshi's Choke. Do we get to choke people? So off a parry, you hold X, and we get to choke people. It says choke. I'm pretty sure. Can we just like just really get in there and just like? That's going to be awesome. Doshu Swirl, which is unblockable. So after a parry, you hit basically your zone thing again. And I'm assuming it's going to be an unblockable version of the Fatal Swirl or the Sifu Swirl.
Sifu stance, and basically what you can do is
here we go, mighty attacks.
Heavies or
no, go back. I want to see that. All right, so we got Mighty Sanction. Is that? He actually has a really small moveset. That's it. Like there's a lot there in terms of his swirling around and stuff, but I thought there was going to be a lot more there. That's actually quite surprising. All right, so we got Mighty Sanction though, so it is a left stick forward plus A. So it's a dodge forward into a heavy attack, so that's going to be pretty cool. It doesn't say it's unblockable or anything, but then again, I think heavy finishers from the one before said that they're unblockable, so you could hit with like a light attack followed by a Mighty Sanction, and that should hopefully become an unblockable or something. And then we have Mighty Backlash, which is his dodge attack, dodge into a heavy, and it has that extended dodge period, which should be pretty cool as well. Good to see that in action. But now let's see him jump in and play because, yeah, his moveset is fairly limited. It's all based around swirling. I'm really curious about the choke. And then these two Mighty Sanction moves. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays.
Cancel out the recovery time on your heavies or lights by going into Sifu stance. Holding Sifu stance helps you regain stamina. From Sifu stance,
that is so slow. That's what I'm talking about.
Parries, you gain different moves. All in all, just a very diverse move set with them. And right now, it looks like I'm getting spanked by this Valkyrie, and you'll see in just a second here. I get a decent opportunity to counter and quickly dismantle. But before that happens, one thing I want to point out here is the damage you're about to see. I would not consider it to be fully accurate.
Yes, you get to choke people.
Because I am in arcade.
Okay, so that was really, really cool. So first of all, that's what I was talking about. Like at the start, because of he's got these such delayed heavies, it's going to be the Highlander effect. So essentially what happens with the Highlander was that when he goes for these big heavies, people weren't really sure about the timings of it and they get hit by him, they will get screwed. Now with the Highlander, people know the timings of it and rarely people will get screwed unless they freak out. So once people learn the timings of him, it's going to be very, very hard for you to land those heavies. But he did the choke, and I was really hoping it was an actual choke, and it is. Do it again.
But before that,
here we go. Here we go.
The damage you're about to see.
Parry choke, and you get to do that after every single parry. Now, it's unblockable, so obviously it's like the Centurion Punch and stuff, so you can't do anything about it once you get hit by it. But yeah, it drained a whole bunch of stamina. So if we go back just a little bit, okay, do this again. Parry, got rid of the stamina. A choke, and then you get to throw him on the ground.
Accurate,
bop,
and that's
and
I am in arcade.
There we go. So you can follow it up with a second unblockable heavy, but you do get a confirmed heavy off that by the looks of it, which is cool. Let's see the execution. Do it.
Point out is that the way arcade mode works.
Bop, I love that so much.
Based on gear score. There's
yes.
White gear, blue gear, purple gear, gold.
That's really, really cool.
You pick an arcade level based on your gear. But during my time at the event, I found that
he looks so nice in how he moves. It's such a flow.
Gear score versus blue gear or gold versus gold. I was getting absolutely stomped, and I think part of it is because of the random modifiers. A lot of times enemies had either fire damage or bleed damage, and I'm pretty sure the gear I would in my entire.
That's cool. So let's just quickly. I like with the arcade mode how it has like the different, the negative drawback ones, but the offensive perks and stuff. That's really, really cool. I just want to skip ahead through to the actual gameplay because, yeah, that's what I'm interested in.
Right now, I'm obviously testing out his BM. You know, I feel that any character needs to have
Wall
good
splat.
BM potential. I don't feel Jiang Jun has very good BM potential. The one there kind of like...
What was that? Now, quickly as well, he's going to be parrying a lot, which I like because if people get good at parrying, yes, it's going to basically... It's going to prolong the defensive meta a little bit and sort of buff that up in terms of people using it, but the fact you can like choke people and stuff out of that, a parry is really, really cool. So, especially in 4v4s, because you can choke someone, you can put them on the ground, and then everyone just gets to smack them, which is going to be awesome. But he just did a cancel there.
I don't feel Jiang Jun has very good BM potential.
Heavy, and then he canceled it into a side, yeah.
Say
that one more time.
I don't feel Jiang Jun has very good
heavy,
BM
top heavy. Oh no, it was a side heavy, he didn't cancel it. It looked like it. It's because...
That's okay.
It's because he's flinging himself around so much in the way he moves. It looked like he did a top heavy into a side cancel. But it looks like he's going to be very unblockable dependent on the second move. But the problem is, like I said, you have to get those moves off to begin with, and the fact that his heavies seem to be a little bit slow, he might be parry bait.
Okay. Aside from that, his other emotes, not very good.
Unless, of course, you start going with the lots of parries and you can parry people into that choke, and then you can follow up with a free heavy and then unblockable, cancel that, and then go into a guard break, maybe something like that. You're going to have to be lots of feints with him, lots of parries in order to get those chokes off and stuff from what I've seen so far. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Snickers walk thing going on with this one, but still, nothing to really write home about. Going back into his moveset, though, some things that I really did like. Perhaps my favorite, and I'm sure it does.
That was neat. I think that was the second option instead of the choke.
I really did like. Perhaps
parry,
my favorite,
yeah,
and I'm sure
bang. That looked fucking cool. I'm really liking that. That looks really fucking cool.
it happens somewhere in the video, but you can do
Bap.
That's
so good.
Into zone left to right, and then follow it up with a second zone that goes right to left. So visually, they both come out very fast. It's like zone attack, in opposite directions. I think is going to really catch people off guard. All of the start-up moves, if you're starting a chain with a heavy, you get hyper armor. If you're finishing a chain with a heavy, you get an unblockable. On top of that, you know, we have
So when you start a chain with a heavy, you get that uninterruptible armor, so you get the hyper armor, which would be really cool for trading. So it seems like he's a mix between a Shigoki right now. He's got a little bit of that Centurion cutscene sort of thing in there, and a Highlander. That's what I'm getting from him. He seems like he's a mixture between those three, which is really nice, and the animation team did an absolute fucking great job right now with his moveset. Like, it looks really cool.
By comparison, you like look at Shigoki and you're like, oh, sweet.
Brother Goki. Can I get... Down below in the comment section, just put it... Can I get a rip, Brother Goki, please? Just someone, just leave a comment for me. I want to be sad with another group of people, please. Continue.
Child, just go to sleep now. It's okay. No one needs you anymore. Even
yeah.
Like, you guys know I'm a Viking main. I'll probably play Jiang Jun over Warlord just because his moveset is so diverse. He's bringing so much to the table. I mean, it definitely helps that he's basically Papa Wandu. But you know, he felt strong. He has the choke off a parry, which was a huge amount of stamina drain. Personally, I feel a little bit too much, but
it looked like it would be a shit ton of stamina drain, which is good. I haven't really seen him use the Sifu stance much, which is supposed to be it looked like a hidden stance. I haven't seen him use that much to regen his stamina, because he sees he's getting himself out of stamina.
I don't know how accurate numbers in arcade mode are, and these characters weren't set up in training mode. Ideally, that's what I wanted to capture. I wanted to get them in training mode, similar to how I did with both Shaolin and Tiandi, but I was not able to, unfortunately. So this is what we got to go on for now. But you know, definitely gonna be a lot of fun to play. In particular, I really want to try out this isolator perk. If you go back to
that's the one. The isolated perk's the one I was talking about with the zoning people off and stunning them, and you can ledge your shit at them. That's cool.
But basically, what it does is it like creates a smoke ring basically around whoever you target with it, and people can't go.
He looks so nice to play. He just looks like he flows. I hope it ends up being this good.
I mean, it's basically like the, you know, I don't care who else is here to fight me. It's you versus me. Everybody else fucks off. Which sounds really cool if it actually works how I think it.
For some reason, just with how flowy he is, I would have really liked the ability to sort of like the Kensei, so you can do like a top unblockable heavy and then be able to like side cancel that into like a side heavy or something. Just I reckon that would have looked so goddamn nice with him, but he still looks amazing.
But you know, nice zones, good feint potential.
Bop.
Executions were pretty.
That's nice. That's nice. All right. We're gonna go for one more, and then we're gonna jump over to the Nuxia. I just want to see. Here we go. Oh, that's gonna be so good after a parry. You can just choose whether you want to choke him or slap him. It's gonna be so good. Now, wait a second. He just did like a weird. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? He just did like a weird thing. That hits like a bus, and he's able to hit multiple people with that. That is so cool. That there. See there how he did like a sort of like back twirl thing? Ready? Watch it. Let's put this let's slow this down. There we go. And yep, that's it. That's a Sifu's fucking thing right there. That's Sifu's stance right there. Alright, so let's watch that again. Watch his stamina when he does the twirl. Ready? Does his twirl and it goes right the hell up. Dear God, that brings back a lot of stamina. And he didn't really have to do much for that. That's going to be crazy good. If you can just spam that thing, it's going to be so good, and it takes him back as well. I like. Oh, you could have choked him. I can see all the choke memes coming out from this guy. Old man chokes fucking young shaman or something, like young girl, and it's got him choking the shaman, put on Pornhub or some shit. Come on, break his legs. Getting plowed. See, you gotta get, I reckon there'd be tight timings on whether you want to choke or you want to do the back spinning, awesome, unblockable hit thing off a parry. Because he does seem to miss it a little bit. And it seems like it's gonna be a staple. Like, that warden survived way too long. I love this execution. And slap. He just looks so nice. Cool. Is there anything else, or is it pretty much just more... Yep, a little bit more killing. I've seen pretty much all of it. So, when it comes to the Guan Yu, Jiang Jun, this boy right here, my first impressions of him is he looks freaking amazing. I love the way he flows. I love the way he moves, and the way he plays. Seems like he's going to be very trade heavy. He's going to be very, you know, feinting those unblockables, sometimes letting them rip. If you're in 4v4s, just let those things rip every now and then just to really throw people off, like a Highlander. But you're going to need to feint your heavies a lot, or go like a Shigoki and trade. So if you can get, you know, time when they're going to throw an attack, you throw a heavy attack, uninterruptible stance, smack through, you do more damage to them that they're going to hit you for. You're going to be parrying a lot in order to get that choke and to get that spinning back unblockable, which will be really, really cool. But overall, I'm loving him so far. He looks awesome. I can't wait to see his customization options. I hope they show those later on. And the way that he plays, it's smooth. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, I reckon he's going to be cool. I might even main him for now. Like, he looks pretty sweet. Let's go over and check out the Nuxia, and we'll see what she is like, because I am quite more keen on her, although he does look really, really cool. So we're going to skip ahead here, and we'll go to... Here we go. I like the way she looks. So we're going to skip ahead, and we're going to go to her feats. So I'm going to mute this for now. We're going to do the same thing we did before, because I pretty much know what the thing here is. So she's an isolator, and she's mix up intensive. So she's going to be like a PK from what I've seen so far. Yeah, missed those. Alright. So we got Caltrops. You drop Caltrops to deal damage to enemies that move in the area. That's cool. We already know about that. Bounty Hunter, we know. Rush, we know. Already got those. Deadly Duet. So, passive, deal more damage in close quarter combat against an enemy who is alone. That's really cool. I like that so much. She's going to be very good for hunting down people, trying to cap points as well. What else we got? Revenge attacks, we know about. Thick blood, yep, that's the bleed thing, we know about that. What else do we get? Thread of Fate. Bind an enemy. Bound enemies can't run, sprint, or roll. Bind is broken over time or by distancing yourself. They're really going in on the assassin part of her name. Holy shit, she's going to be good. I'm really enjoying her so far. I really hope her gameplay lives up to what I want her to be, because I love the look at her. I love her aesthetic, and I want this. Okay, this is all like my my duelist hero that I came up with. This is sort of what I want him to be. Just able to just 1v1, you know, my musketeer duel type guy. Just 1v1 people, pick some guy on the battlefield, rock up to a point, and then just kick the shit out of him in a duel with your rapier. And this shit's hook blades, they're just as cool, let's be honest. But yeah, so it looks like you're going to be better in 1v1 situations. You can bind people so they can't even leave, and then you can just kick the shit out of them. That's going to be so cool. I could totally see a duel build going through. Slip through. So passive, dodging, raises attack for a short duration. Don't know if that's going to be as good as the basically be able to bind someone to you and stop them from leaving, but it depends on how much attack it raises it by and how constant that is. Because if you're dodging all over the place, you can probably just keep a attack buff up permanently. That could be pretty cool. So I'm going to have to see how that plays out. Got takedown, so throw makes enemies. Yep, we got that. The other two are way better. Infection, here we go. Deal damage increasing over time to an enemy and their nearby allies, only if their allies are nearby. That is really cool. So, What? Okay, so you get to it's like a plague. You get to plague someone, and then it deals damage to them and everyone else, and it ramps up as well. But if everyone splits, that's going to be awesome in a 4v4. You just drop that on someone when one of those big team fights breaks out in a small space, and you're just going to be able to just kill them all through infection. That is awesome. Fucking loving this. Regeneration, we know about. And Berserker, we know about. That is really cool. I'm fucking liking that. Alright, let's get into some gameplay, because I'm really curious now. Here we go. Show me. Show me. Show me her moves. Here we go. Alright, so song and move, she has, yes, a light followed by heavy, light, heavy. Light, heavy? Those are all the same thing. You can do this light, heavy, or you can do a light, heavy, or you can do a light, heavy. I think there's supposed to be different ways around. But anyway, she has Glass Waltz, which is a heavy attack. Cancel it with a guard break. So let's go over traps here. So traps are abilities that only hit opponents who are performing a block, superior block, deflect, or parry. They don't work on opponents who are in block or parry reaction. Lol, what? Traps are abilities that only hit opponents who are performing a block, superior block, a deflect, or a parry. So you can only do it during those, that's fine, but they don't work on opponents who are in a block or a parry reaction. So does that mean if you're doing the actual move, you can, if they're in the motion of doing the move, you can't do anything about it, but if they're going for it, they're performing it, then I don't know, he can explain that because he's been playing with it. But anyway, you can Glass Waltz, and it has that traps mechanic to it. So you cancel the heavy with a guard break. Jade Ballot. So it's a light attack with a heavy attack. So the zone, and you can cancel it with a guard break. Echo Strike is her deflect. So you deflect and you get a light attack. Mirror Raid is a parry followed by a light attack. So she's going to be light spamming. Any of the following moves can replace the first strike in Song of the Mood. Crescent. Okay, so this is her version of it. Crescent Jab, Crescent Step, Goddess, Blitz, Echo Strike, Mirror Raid, or Glass Waltz. So you can do any of those, right, to replace the light attack in Song of the Moon. And then you can follow up by heavy, and then you can continue that. Okay. Heavy finishes, manipulation. So heavy finishers move your opponent left. Heavy finisher will move them to the right. Top heavy finisher will move them behind you. And right heavy finisher will move them to the left. That's going to be cool. All right.
Going in depth into traps, the way traps work are
Thank you.
anytime you hit somebody with a trap, when they would be blocking, superior blocking, deflecting, or parrying, you get basically this free grab guaranteed damage type thing.
Okay.
You can go into a trap off of a heavy attack, or you can go into a trap off of a zone attack, but also just about every single move in her kit can be used as a replacement for her starter. So from just about any maneuver you do, you can go into a trap.
Okay, so just quickly, that's all she has. Moveset wise. Once again, I was expecting more, but I'm fine with this because this seems really complicated until we get hands on it. So, with the Echo Strike, we have the Mirror Raid. Crescent Jab is your dodge forward into a light attack. Crescent Step is your side dodge, so she's going to be dodging a shitload into your light attack. It's all just light, so she's going to be like a poke sort of thing. And then you have her out of guard thing into a light. But like you said, any of these, because it's right there, any of them, all her moves can be replace the first strike of the Song on the Moon. That's going to be crazy. Her zone attack can replace any hit in Song on the Moon to end the chain. Jesus Christ. Zone attack can be cancelled into Jade Ballot with guard break, or fainted with B. With feint. She's going to be like a weaver, man. You're going to be able to just like weave attacks in and out. You're going to be grabbing people. I hope the trap mechanic is nice and fluid like the Guan Yu, how he looks really fluid, because this is going to be sweet.
She gives her a lot of kind of free-form flexibility in how she's going to...
She's got reflex guard. I know it's needed, but I really hate reflex guard. Yeah, it was a deflect. So after deflect, you get the light. Deflect can be followed up with Echo Strike. Yep, we know about that. Revenge mode, that's fine. So she doesn't have much in terms of like pages of stuff like Shinobi and that, but what she does have seems like it's going to be very, very intensive. It looks like it's going to be very micromanagey, very knowing the character, down to its core in order to just be able to weave all these attacks in and out and actually get the traps and everything going. It looks like she's going to take some skill. Renown. So earn more renown in a 1v1 fight by killing enemy heroes and getting killing streaks. So I like that they put the 1v1 fights in.
He played. Aside from that, she has the basic assassin stuff, but we have some good BM here. You can see, I call that the butterfly.
We're at a boat. We're at a boat.
Shuffle, a little wiggling around. And I don't think I actually pull off a trap attack until a little bit later in this video, just because
I want to see the traps.
But that kind of brings me to the next point. I feel that at high levels of play, it's going to be incredibly strong because, you know, the basic way to stop getting hit by the trap attack is either you attack through or you dodge. If you block or you parry,
so cool.
It's going to hit, which parrying is, you know, that's 90% of what we...
If you block and parry, it's going to hit. So that's going to force people to be more aggressive by the sounds of it. I need to see this thing in action because that's crazy. If like any block or parry or stuff like that, you can just trap people and then he said you get a free something off it.
Seeing high level play. Wow. Oh, I like that.
I like that.
But
Just
low
cute.
level play, I think it won't be as potent only because people just spam attacks. Like when you're playing with your buddies that just got the game, they spam attacks. You don't really see parrying happening. That's meant to do damage through a block or a parry. That's going to be huge. And right there.
Okay, so that was a trap, I think. So if we go back to that.
Through a block or a parry, that's going to be huge.
That looks like it was a trap.
Kind of went for the trap. The Raider just went for a swing, and of course the trap did absolutely nothing. So there's definitely a bit of practice that people are going to need with her. Off of a parry, she gets a special light attack that does a pretty...
That was cool. That was a cool stance.
On top of that, we got kind of the side-to-side dash attack, similar to how we have with Zerk.
This trap mechanic looks like it's going to take a lot of getting used to in terms of working out what the hell when people are doing certain stuff and what you can do it off reliably. But I need to see this thing in action, what you get off of it. Otherwise, if you don't get anything good off of it, or you don't get anything substantial off of it, people just won't trap. Like, they won't do it because unless you get something nice and big off of it, no one's going to do it. Like, say, the Juan Yu's choke and so on and so forth.
And it's got a lot more range on it than you think. You can see right there, she basically...
Tried to trap, didn't work.
Via the hooks. We, of course, also have a dash deflect, where like you dash into the weapon, follow up with an attack. And all in all, it makes her definitely a strong entry into Assassin, and I think that she is going to probably outplay.
I need to see the trap, because the trap seems like it's a massive part of her kit. Like, she doesn't have a bunch of unblockables, and she doesn't have a bunch of stuff like that.
Here, because we have these,
so we're going to have to see. That looks like her bread and butter.
Oh, that one just died instantly. Let's see if I do it.
That looks so cool when she puts the weapons together. Trap him!
There we go.
There we go.
That is the zone trap.
Okay, let's go through that again. So, we'll slow that down. Okay, so because he was blocking the attack, okay, so that one, he just hits right through it, but because the trap itself hits the block, that's going to be really, really cool. Because if people just like to block a lot, I know people like to turtle up a lot, that will get rid of turtles so fucking quick because they'll have to attack. That's the only way you're going to be able to stop the trap by the looks of it. So because he was blocking, she grabs him, she flips him on his ass, and he's on too low health. We can't see, but that looks freaking awesome.
That is the zone trap.
That's the zone trap.
It does a lot of damage. Given it's hard to see damage numbers while we're...
Yeah, I really want to know how much damage that does. That looks so cool.
Arcade mode, my guess would be it does somewhere in the range of about 30 damage. The zone into trap, it's quite potent. The heavy into trap does decent damage, but not that much. I'd say that was closer to the low to mid 20s, probably around 23, while the zone is closer to like a 28. Once again,
this Conqueror, man.
Purely guessing.
Valentia.
It's hard to really say based off the numbers that we're seeing in arcade.
I like it how the bot there just showed exactly what you're going to have to do against her. So, as you see, she went to trap the guard stance, so when he was blocking, and instead he just did a light attack to the top. So he had to switch his stance in order to avoid the trap and then attack through the top. That was really, really cool. I like it how the bot did that. It showed us exactly how to counter it. But it also shows how it's going to be countered.
I'm pretty sure I do one against it. Let's see.
I also like it how, like, yeah, you really got to be careful with the trap and when you're throwing it out, because if you do it and it does look kind of slow, then they're just going to start throwing out light attacks and they're going to smash you, because the trap just does nothing if you they throw an attack out.
Let's see here. Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go. So you actually landed it. Let's slow that down and have a look-see. But nothing.
No.
Yeah, see, because you saw the bot switch the guard stance to the direction the trap was coming from, and that's why they got hit. Once again, low health. I want to see how much. That looks so cool.
You can see I'm
Oh, she's so cool.
Attack, but against computers, you know, with their
Yeah.
secret AI, they just keep attacking. So.
Yeah, because the AI, for anyone who doesn't know, they read your inputs. That's why level 3 bots are so fucking insane, because no matter what you do, whenever you click stuff in order to do it, they read it and they counter it accordingly, which is really fucking annoying.
But either way, I think that kind of wraps it up. I know that more traps will come later in the video that you guys will be able to see. Computers were very attack happy, so I didn't have a good chance to pull them all off. But either way, I think I've talked enough. So.
Cool, so that's about it for what he's saying. So the rest is probably just just some more gameplay and stuff. But I got a general idea of what she's like. So my opinions on her: she looks awesome. The way she flows, once again, is really, really cool. All the new Chinese heroes, they flow really, really well. I'm enjoying that part. And she looks like she's going to be very, very hard to play. And what I say though is, it might be easy to pick up and you can jump around, poke people like an assassin, but like to master, it seems like she's going to take a lot of work, because you're going to have to work out how best to land those traps, especially once people start working out what the hell to do. So if people start working out, you know, when you're going to be trapping, they can see the animation, they get used to it, then you're going to have to work very hard at actually landing the traps in order to put them on their ass and get them down. The parry one's going to be a big one. I don't know how the parry trap works, but that's going to be a big one. If you can catch people as they're trying to parry you, that's going to be awesome. Like, you know, mid parry or something, if you're quick enough on it, you can like throw them on the ground. That's going to be cool. But we're going to have to wait and see for that. And yeah, I really can't wait to get my hands on her. How well she's going to do compared to the other assassins though is going to come down to, I think, a skill level thing, sort of like the Shinobi. The Shinobi's kit's a little bit weird though, and he's just relegated to light spamming and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting to see, because you can cancel any of her attacks of the chain starter into like any of those things, and there's a lot of things you can do. But I think the trap's going to be a big mechanic for her, and I want to see how well people adapt to that, how well people use that. And of course, I'm going to be trying her out. She's awesome. But I'm leaning right now more heavily towards the Guan Yu, the Jiang Jun. I'm really curious for the Shaolin. I really like the Tiandi, but it's really hard to rate them right now. I'm going to have to think about it, and I might do a video rating them later on my thing. But I'm really liking the Jiang Jun, Guan Yu, Old Man Lu Bu. I'm digging him right now. I just hope he doesn't become parry bait. I'm loving the choke. But she's really cool too. I want to play her. But yeah, but those are my thoughts, and that's my reaction to these things. Let me know down below if you like these sort of reaction type videos. I might do more of them, as well as the rest of the videos I do on certain things if you guys request it. Just let me know down below. But yeah, that is it, and that is my opinion. But that is the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. I love reading and replying to all your comments down below. And feel free to check out my Discord and Twitter. There is a link down below in the description box for both of those as well. The Discord is a great way for me to talk to you guys outside the YouTube comments section. And of course, the Twitter is a great way for you guys to get a notification whenever a video is being uploaded, because YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. And if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box, and a link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to donate, it is greatly appreciated. And a big shout out to my current patrons whose names you've been seeing in the background. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. And please share this video around, it does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.